Jake! Don't bark at the... Jake! Don't bark at the postman, he's our friend! Hey guys, I'm here, and today I am doing my monthly K-pop collection plans for the month of October 2018. I did one of these last months where I could talk about all the comebacks that are happening, and then also talk about what I plan on buying. And you guys really liked that video, so I'm going to keep it up. Today we're going to talk about all of the comebacks happening in October, which is actually quite a bit. Today is September 23rd. Yesterday was the first day of fall, and it was 95 degrees where I live, so that's a thing. There are definitely going to be more things announced, but there's already so much that's been announced, so I feel like I can film this video and I don't have to wait for like more comeback news. Anyways, let's go ahead and get started. So I have a full list. There's a lot of things that don't have official dates yet. Those might be confirmed before I upload this video, but I'm gonna go with what I have right now. So on the 1st of October, iKON will have released their final part of their New Kids series, which is called New Kids Final. I'm excited for it. It seems like it's going to be a ballad song. I don't really enjoy YG ballads that much, but I will definitely give it a listen when it comes out because I've really been enjoying iKON's music this year. They've gotten the most promotions out of any YG group since Big Bang did their Made series. I think there's been no other like this many comebacks in a year sort of thing from any YG group. So shout out to iKON for that. On the 2nd, Noir is releasing a album. I think they've only released one other song that I've heard before, but they're definitely a group that I would like to listen to a couple of their comebacks before I make a decision on how I feel about them, because the song I'm thinking of was Gangsta, and I don't really know how I felt about that song. On the 4th, SUJU, an ex-member of Sistar, is releasing an album, and she's actually my bias in Sistar, so I'm very excited about that. I wasn't really expecting her to get a solo album ever, so I'm really happy that she is getting a solo album, and I'm super excited to hear it. She is so talented. Also, The Rose is releasing a mini album that day, so I'm very excited about that as well. I love The Rose. I've loved their past couple of releases a lot. As I've mentioned in multiple videos before, I'm very into band music, and The Rose are definitely a band that I like to keep my eye on because they just release really good music that I always enjoy. And the teaser photos for that have been looking stunning so far, by the way. So, yes. Then I don't really know anything that's happening between then and the 8th, but on the 8th, Super Junior are releasing a mini album, their first ever Korean mini album. I know that seems super weird, and some of their subunits have released mini albums in Korea before. Mostly D&E. The Super Junior as a whole have never released an album, and this is an OT8 comeback. Even though Heechul's not in the music video, he was confirmed to be on the album, and he did get teaser photos, and he's going to be in the photo book, but he just won't be in the music video, or he at least won't be in promotions. I'm not quite sure about the music video, but I'm so happy that Heechul's joining us, and Ryuk is joining us. He has been in the military and he's finally back, and I'm so excited that he is back, and he's already getting like so many promotions, which is, for those of you who haven't gone through a complete military enlistment before, it's really exciting when they come back because so many people contact them for shows and all that stuff because they want to ask him about their enlistment and everything. So yes, Ryuk is going to be super busy. I'm excited for this album to come out, and I don't think there'll be much promotion for it, but I've already pre-ordered the limited and the normal edition of the album, and I'm just so excited. The teaser photos look amazing. By the time you see this, the Animals music video, which is the pre-release music video, will have already been released. Can't believe that people in the future already know what this song sounds like, and I haven't heard it yet, but I'm excited. Super Junior are one of my ultimates, so obviously look forward to an unboxing of that album coming in the very near future. Wiki Mickey is releasing a song on the comeback on the 11th. I liked their debut. I didn't like their comeback, so I'm interested in this comeback. Wiki Mickey have been a group that I want to like, but I just haven't quite gotten there yet. So interested in this. Looks really interesting so far. I'm excited about that. The 12th, NCT 127 is making a comeback with their first full-length album, and I'm so excited about that. NCT Dream their album has been on repeat like all month, and now next month we're getting a 127 album, and 127 is arguably my favorite unit. I love U, but U is like all of NCT, I feel like. So also Jungwoo is joining NCT 127. NCT 127 is supposed to be a fixed unit, and now Jungwoo has been added to the group, but I feel like it's because I think Lucas and Kun are going to be in NCT China, which is rumored to either debut later this year or early next year. So I think they were kind of like, oh, what about Jungwoo though? So I think they are putting him in 127, and hopefully they... I like 127's lineup so much, and I feel like I love Jungwoo, but I really liked the idea of them being a fixed unit. But I'm happy Jungwoo is here. He looks super good. I can't wait for him, Taeil, and Doyoung to do this super high note with Jaehyun in the back. Like, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be super amazing high note status. But the concept looks really, really cool so far. I pre-ordered both versions the other night, the regular and irregular version, and I can't wait for that to come in the mail. I think they will be promoting, which is why I don't think SUJU will be promoting, or if they do promote, it'll be for like a weekend. The 17th, Eunji of A-Pink is releasing an album. I'm super excited. She said that she was going to release an album once A-Pink had made a comeback, which they made a comeback a couple months ago, and yes, here we are. I'm excited. She releases amazing ballady, trotty kind of music, and I just love Eunji. She's my second bias in A-Pink, so looking forward to her album for sure. And then the 18th, the next day, Honggi is releasing an album, and I absolutely adore Honggi. And after seeing him on Produce 48, I realized, like, I relearned how much I love Honggi. I'm so happy he's making a comeback. I feel like this is a good time for him to make a comeback too, because anyone who didn't know him before Produce 48 is now like interested, and I feel like FT Island did something recently. I feel like they released an album recently, but now Honggi's making a comeback, so that's really exciting. And then I don't have anything else on this list until the 29th, which is when IZ*ONE is releasing an album. I wanted to say IZ*ONE so bad. It's IZ*ONE. Like, I'm gonna have to get used to saying that, because right now I want to say IZ*ONE all the time, but it's IZ*ONE. They're debuting with their, I think it's gonna be a mini album, honestly. And I think the title track is going to be in Japanese and in Korean. I need some more coffee before we talk about them. So I released a Produce 48 video this month. Was it this month? Whenever Produce 48 ended, I released my Produce 48 video, which was supposed to be just part one of a Produce 48 video, but I'm not going to release the other part because, one, I was still sick when I filmed the second part, and I just am tired editing myself when I sound sick, so that was the only video that I filmed while I was sick that's not going up. But I said some things about Haewon, and I just want to clear them up, which was the main point of the other video that I started talking about. So basically, if IZ*ONE had debuted as just a normal girl group under an entertainment company, then I would have no complaints about the lineup, just because I wouldn't know any better and I wouldn't know who the other members could have been. And I like Haewon. I like her as a person. I think that she has a very motherly personality, and she's very caring, and I don't really have an issue with her being in the group, just now that there's like obviously nothing that we can do about it. But I just don't think that she'll add a lot vocally, musically to the group, dance-wise. That's my problem. But I don't dislike her as a person, so I do plan on supporting their debut, but I am going to wait for the music video and the songs to come out before, or at least like a couple of teasers before I decide how I'm going to be supporting them. But a lot of my faves did end up being in this group. So 10 of the members, and then I like Minju a lot, actually. I've started liking her a lot, and then Haewon is the only one that I was like, I like her, I just don't, yeah. But anyways, so that's my thoughts on that. I wasn't trying to offend any Haewon stans. Like I said, if she had debuted in a normal girl group, normally I would have no issues with her, but that's the only reason that I brought up Haewon when I was talking about the top 12. Anyways, so those are all the groups that are coming out with things that I know about date-wise. There are a couple of groups that have been confirmed or groups that are rumored that just don't have any dates yet, so let's go through those real quick. I.M said a couple of months ago that Monsta X were going to try to make a comeback in October, so my thought is WJSN just released an album, and then SUJU's releasing an album on the 4th, so I'm thinking like the 3rd week of October for Monsta X. I feel like they're definitely going to make a comeback because they all changed their hair colors recently, and they just released a Japanese album, but it's not like so recent that they're still promoting it, you know what I mean? So I think they're going to do that, which will be the 3rd part of the Connect, or the Code Connect series. So I'm excited about that. I hope there's not 8,000 versions this time, but I'm excited that Monsta X Super Junior and an A-Pink member, Unji, are all releasing stuff in October. So I'm super excited about that. I really hope that that song that Wonho, Minhyuk, and Kihyun sang at the concert I went to is on this album, like when they did From Zero, when they put From Zero on the Connect. I really hope they do that again because I really like that song. And then they had another song too in their encore concert, so lots of Wonho music floating around out there. I would like some of it. IU just confirmed her comeback the other day. I don't think there's a date quite for it yet, but I think that it has been confirmed. IU is coming back, and she is my favorite solo artist, so I'm so excited, and I've been meaning to start collecting her albums for like years now, and I just have never done it, so I might try to pick up a copy of this album coming out because I love IU so much. Donghan, another one of my favorite solo artists, is coming back. He was in JBJ, now he's a solo artist. Super excited about Donghan's comeback. I loved his first mini album, so I'm very excited. 101 is rumored casually. I saw that the other day. I don't think that's been confirmed, but I think it's just floating around out there. I don't think it would make sense to have 101 come back and then IZ*ONE debut, but I'm feeling like they're more a November group, and then they'll do some sort of sappy sad single in December or January, and we're all gonna cry about 101 disbanding. Anyways, EXO, I just have a lot of question marks for that. Lay is releasing an American album on the 19th, I think it is, so that's a thing. April is rumored to be making a comeback this month. They're really cute. I like them a lot, and I've liked a couple of their comebacks, so I casually keep them on my radar. Hotshot is making a comeback, and so everybody should support Hotshot because Hotshot are great. It's a 5-membered comeback, and then EXID are rumored to make a 5-membered comeback in October, which is really exciting because I think it's been about 2 years that they've been 4 members. And then From is 9. I just remembered this as I was getting ready to sit down and film this video. From is 9 will be making a comeback as a whole group. Gyuri was on Produce 48, and obviously she did not make it into IZ*ONE, so she will be going back to From is 9, but they're actually under the same label now, those two groups, so that's actually pretty exciting. After I listed Gyuri as one of my favorite Produce 48 girls, a lot of people told me to go check out From is 9's music, and I was pretty interested in it. I think they had one song that I liked more than the other song. They only have two or three songs, so I'm excited for this comeback, looking forward to it, and then I'm gonna decide how I really feel about From is 9 once I see them as 9, because their most recent comeback had 8 members, and they had one other release, I think. Gosh, this is gonna drive me crazy. I need to look up their discography right now. But I ended up watching a lot of the performances from their show, Idol School, and it was funny because I kept choosing performances that I was like, oh, I really like all the members in this group, like they're all super talented, and like none of the members really are in the final group. Glass Shoes, 2 Heart, and DK. So I've seen all of them. I just couldn't remember how many there were. I think I liked Glass Shoes and 2 Heart. I don't think I liked DK very much. But anyways, I'm gonna wait until their next comeback and see how I feel about them then, but they are making a comeback. On this list that casually popped up, Taeyeon and Yuri might be making comebacks, solo comebacks. Not sure about that. And then EXO's on this list, and Twice is on this list, and I think that's because Twice usually make comebacks in October, but I don't know if that's been a confirmed thing. So that as well. So I think that's finally everything that I think is happening in October that I know about as of September 23rd. If there are other things, go ahead and leave them in the comment section down below, and we can talk about all those fun comebacks happening down there. And yes, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you are excited for all of the comebacks in October, because I'm super excited for all the comebacks in October. I prefer Halloween comebacks to Christmas comebacks, and I feel like they both, you know, happen at this time of the year. So I'm excited for all of the creepy Halloween concepts and fun special videos and everything, and for a lot of my favorite groups making comebacks. So yes, let me know what comeback you are most excited for down in the comment section down below, and I will see you guys very, very soon. Bye!